Hi, I'm Corwin, and today we finally get to drive the Cadillac. Alright, so we're off to get an alignment, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll end up at the local car show. It should be fun. It's actually driving pretty straight right now, which is great. Hard to complain about that, and most of the wandering is gone, so I really hope that everything worked. Okay, I lied. The faster you go, the scarier it gets. Okay, moment of truth. Okay, good morning. So they wouldn't align the car. He didn't say they couldn't align the car. He just said that the bolts that hold the lower A-arm in were too short. This is the one that came out of the car, right? Which I matched when I put the new ones in. He's saying that there's just the nut's not grabbing enough threads. So I don't know. I went to Elliott's and got some new hardware, a couple of different sizes here. Super long, big stuff. Hopefully that'll be good. But they did adjust the toe so that it doesn't wander all over the road, which is really nice. In fact, it's okay to drive. Like driving it home, it actually drove really well. So still planning on going to the car show this afternoon, but I'm gonna try to swap these bolts out real quick, because if they're backing out because there's not enough threads, then obviously I need to get that fixed. So the sprint race is at 9:30, and right now it's almost 7:30, so it's gonna be close. So now that the Cadillac runs, I can move it over in the garage and not be jammed up against this wall anymore, which is really nice. Plus, I finally get to use a fancy new jack with some much upgraded jack stands. So also, that's not good. So it looks like the oil is dripping off the flywheel, but I think, you see there's a little on the starter bolt. I think it's right there on that bolt. Well, I guess technically that's a nut. It might just be loose. Maybe I just forgot that one. But I'm gonna go around and make sure they're all torqued. Okay, so the ones on the back, they weren't loose, but I definitely tightened them up. Online it says 12 foot-pounds, but that seems kind of light. And plus, that's right where the kickout is, and so I think maybe that one bolt just isn't torqued appropriately, so I'm gonna go around and take them all to 20 just to be safe, and triple check everything's tight. Because that's the only place I see oil, so, which is good, but also bad. Okay, I think that takes care of that, at least for today. I'll check it. I'll put a piece of cardboard under it tonight and see if it's still leaking. If it is, I don't know. I don't want to think about that. But now I'm going to get on to what the actual problem is. So this is the bolt he's talking about, which he's not wrong. And I think the reason why I'm losing threads is because I put washers on these. When I took them off, they didn't have them. But it really seems like something that could use a washer. So also I added a lock washer on the other side, so I went with Nylox this time, and I don't know, what I think I'm gonna do is try to jack all this up, because obviously this bad boy is ready to decompress, so I gotta try to support this as best I can, and then hopefully nothing moves. That's the plan. Now I'm going to set it all up and see just how safe it really looks, and then go from there. just built myself this little jig. What I'm hoping is that this will sit right where that bushing is under the frame, and I matched the Forstner bit as best I could, maybe a little oversized. I don't want it super tight. And then that way the jack has something to rest on here and can push up right at that point and hopefully hold it right in place. Okay, so it's tight. Looking at it, it looks janky as all hell, but I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna go super slow here, and if anything starts to make noise, I'm gonna stop and find another way to brace it. I don't know, I can't think of a better way, so I'm just gonna give it a go. This is the one I just took out. You can see this is the stuff I bought, the shorter bolts I bought. So if the nut, which he said was barely catching threads, it should have plenty of threads now. I might just need to space it on this side with 2 washers just to be safe, to make sure I don't run out of threads, because that would be even worse. So I'm gonna learn from my mistake though. I'm gonna put a tip on these so that I can try to drive it in the hole. I got it. Took a lot of work. I quit the time lapse because my phone was running out of juice, but I got it through the hole. So through sheer determination, I was able to line up the hole on this side by jacking up the bottle jack, and you can see right through there, plenty of threads now. So even with a washer, it should be fine. But I'm glad I ground that tip on it, because hammering it through is about the only way to get it lined up, but hopefully it'll go a lot faster on the other side. Okay, so this side actually was no big deal. It took me like 30 minutes, whereas the other side was closer to an hour and a half. So I didn't record it because it's basically me doing the same thing. So if you're interested, just like rewind and flip the video and watch it that way. One thing I did notice though, the lower shock mount bolts were kind of riding on the threads in the lower A-arm, so okay, so kind of a tough angle here, but you can see the washers work great to space out the spacers, and everything is taut and attached to the arm. So I'm gonna do that on the other side real quick and then put the wheels back on. All right, headed to the first car show for this bad boy. Running good, steering's okay. It still needs to get aligned, but it's good enough to get us there. I'm nervous. I don't know what all these old guys are gonna say or how they're gonna feel about this, well, I don't know what you call it, but I'm getting major anxiety about it. So it should be fun. Hopefully we'll see some cool cars. I got my lovely wife with me. We're gonna meet my father-in-law up there, and hopefully we see some cool shit. It's beautiful. All right, pretty good. Smaller turnout, not a ton of cars here, but I'm glad we came. It's nice finally getting the car out, letting other people see it. Let this little boy sit in it. It was super cool. We'll definitely be back. It's a fun time, but they're gonna give out trophies here in a minute, so hopefully we win one, but I have my doubts.
Second place is going to go to number 11, Callum Race. We'll close it up. Okay. Second place.
Okay, second place, not bad. Probably out of 2, but doesn't matter. It was fun. We had a good time. Did you have a good time?
Great.
It was good. Met some old people. Met a lot of old people. We'll probably go back next month. It was good. See if we can't win another trophy. Plenty of things I still need to do in the meantime, even just on the way here. It's looking good. It's fun to drive, and I'm really glad that other people got to see it. So, success.